Yeah, good evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon. This is me, your brother, your friend, Human Steven, right here on the show tonight. Ah, guys, sorry, I've been a little bit busy, and I just have to come out quickly to deal with this one. Okay, guys, I hope seriously that I will be able to pass this one across as much as I can. Please, guys, if you are just here, kindly share the video and let's invite people into the show. Okay, guys, kindly share the video. If you're just coming in, please just share the video, give us some likes. Let's invite people into the show, guys. Just share the video, share the video, share the video, share the video, share the video. Share the video. Just share the video as you're coming in. Give us some comments. Give us some likes. If you're following us for the first time on Nigeria Watch, kindly subscribe to the Nigeria Watch YouTube. Follow me on Matter Rising with Mali Steven and or United States of Nigeria or my private Facebook page, Matter Steven. Please let's share this video, guys. Let's do this quickly. Please let's get to at least some number of uh, viewers before we start off. Okay, guys. Let's just share this video, guys. Yeah, thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. We are moving up. Just share the video as we move up. If you come in, just press the share button, share to your friends, share to your loved ones. Just do something. Thank you very much, guys. Please, guys, just share this video. Let's see how we can start off. Share to all your WhatsApp, platforms, all your Facebook platforms, and all that, guys. Give us a thumbs up also. Okay, guys, I think let me kick off. Tonight good evening, Father Evangelist, man of God. God bless you, sir. Musa Abdul, I greet you. Sir Bobo, I greet you also, my brother. Guys, in the last few days, I have seen that the social media space have been whitewashed with a lot of social media battle among Edo youths. Just truly, guys, my heart is broken. If you all know, I'm one guy who has been very, very constant in fighting to bring unity among the Edo youths. Because I know that the leadership of the state is actually in the hands of the youth. I have done everything humanly possible to speak to the conscience of our youth that it is only in unity that we can be able to rescue this state from the hands of the political vultures. Based on the Nigerian ideology and principle, the youth are the leaders of tomorrow. And our tomorrow is now if we are actually ready to get an Edo of our dreams. It's quite unfortunate, I must say, that the energy, the zeal, the strength that our youth use in fighting one another, if they have actually used the same energy and strength in fighting for good governance, for the development of Edo State, I am quite sure, guys, that by this time, Edo would have been a better place. The truth is, guys, I am not really happy with the way our youth are going. That's why I've come out here again for the second time to make them to understand. The only way we can be able to take up the matter of leadership from the crops of political personnel around today, which are our grandfathers, our great-grandfathers, and our fathers, is only when we are united in the same purpose. But one thing I have seen today among the youth is that we are so divided that the political class takes advantage of our division to operate on a divide and rule system and to continually put us in the backseat of the political day-to-day of our states. Because of our disunity, the political criminals in power have decided, or they have had a plan, a strategy to turn our youth to become hallelujah boys, political hallelujah boys. Whenever a youth is fighting, all over the world, the political class, who are of the edgy ones, are always happy. Do you know why? Because they know the energy they would have used in fighting them will be used in trying to destroy one another. Until we realize that there is a political gimmick by the political class to continually, perpetually keep us in a social media war, while they continually do what they wishes or what they know how to do best. Like I said right now, guys, how can a youth fight against a youth? How can a youth destroy another youth? The question I want to ask is this: If one of these guys decided to run for a political office in Edo, don't you think one of them will gang up and gets making sure that the other one doesn't come to power? Guys, get it right now. And these are the strategies being done by the political class in Edo. And are you, because of their low IQ, they fall into every of the plans, every of the trap being set up by the political class. I've asked several times, what will it profit you to destroy your own brother, your own sister? What is the gain you're going to gain by making sure your own brother, your own sister are being relegated to the background? I've asked series of questions. Why they beef? Why they fight? There's a Benin adage that says, when there is unity, 20 persons can stay in one room and they feel comfortable, feel healthy. But when there is disunity, 3 people in a room is a crowd. I don't want to know what is the reason behind the brouhaha among our brothers, among our sisters. I've always been on the side of peace, tranquility, harmony among our people. And I've come to let you know today, unity is the only panacea to the youth taking over the leadership in Edo State. There's no other way we can do that except when we are united in one purpose. That I am seeing today as a mirage. Many of our youth are so divided for reasons that I can't even explain. I've sat down to ask myself the question, what is really the problem? I've sat down to try to know why the beef. Just truly, guys, I've not been able to get any concrete answers. I've not been able to get any concrete response. Then I concluded in my heart, the reason behind the war among the youths in Edo is nothing rather than envy and misunderstanding. My pain is the state that we are planning to see move forward. How can we continue to fight ourselves? I want to change the change. How can we continue to fight ourselves? I want to speak to the government of the day to do the right thing. When we are not united in one force, in one purpose, how can then we being able to do the needful? I expect every youth in Edo to see Edo as their first priority. I expect every youth in this state to see that the peace, the development of this state should be their utmost priority. But what I see every now and then is war. What I see every now and then is fight against one another. What I see every now and then is they draw him down, draw Adam syndrome. What I see every now and then is to see that one who is trying to rise is being dragged down by the other. What I see every now and then is character assassination and deformation of character. I began to ask myself some questions. Where is the law that our forefathers actually talked about? Where is that unity that our forefathers displayed in the time past? Why have we decided not to be our brother's keeper? Why have we decided not to be the bedrock of a better society? Why have we allowed hatred? Why have we allowed envy? Why have we allowed disunity to creep into the brotherliness that our forefathers shared? Let me tell you guys some story, guys. Human Stephen is one hell of a guy who believes so much in the door. I believe so much in the door first. We'll tell you some story. Around 2011, 2012, thereabout. Why I was in Sweden, I was employed in a company as a sessional manager. When I got to that place, we had about 16 guys working in that section of the kitchen. You guys know, I was a chef. Or I am still a chef. I'm still a chef. I'm a professional one, a trained one for that matter, with over 15 years experience. I met 16 guys working. All of them were from the Middle East region, Palestine, Pakistan, all these other Arab countries. Being the sessional manager of that department, sorry guys, these guys were under a contract. They were not directly employed by the company. So when I came in, I told the company I would love us to have our own guys. I believe in the unity of Edobe. I believe in the progress of Edobe. Anybody that's going to watch this video today who actually know me in Sweden will know what I'm talking about. You will know how much love I have actually displayed to our people. Yes, some of them might not even appreciate what you do for them, but that doesn't matter. That makes the difference. In every tribes, in every ethnic group, in every society, there are the good, there are the bad, there are the ugly. Okay? Do not always allow what the bad and the ugly does to affect the good you ought to do for other people. The only thing that can bring unity together is, they can bring, change of leadership. Because that's my purpose. That's my pain. It's when we are united. When we are divided, they will use the division as a mechanism to be able to penetrate the youth of the state. We will not be able to achieve that very particular goal we intended achieving by taking leadership away from this crop of leaders to the new set of leaders. You guys? So the company gave me an approval that I should go ahead and actually employ persons who I would love to work with me. Okay, guys? And I immediately started looking for Edo people. When I mean Edo people, I mean both the Ishans, the Afemans, and the Edo speaking Benins. So that's the thing, guys. I had one Igbo boy, one Ghana boy, and every other person left was from Benin. But I mean both the Ishans, the Afemans, and the Edo people. We started working. But we had a lot of here and there. Okay, guys? But one thing I'm trying to put here is that ability to manage different people at different times. For you to be the leader of tomorrow, you must understand there is a mechanism, an approach in dealing with issues that have to do with different persons. My way of thinking is completely different from your way of thinking. The best you can do is to see that you are able to read me and treat me differently from the way you're going to treat Mr. B. Don't say we are both Edo people, so therefore we must think alike, we must reason alike, and we must act alike. Every one of us have our own way of understanding. As a leader, you must be able to treat everyone differently. That will help you to learn to know the weak side and the strong side of everyone that is around you. That will not give you the platform not to see everything being done by those around you as an offense. Many people also know me here, guys. Sorry, guys. Many people also know me. I take delight in seeing Edo people progress. I'm saying this all, openly, because I know many of the people who might watch me now or who are going to watch me later will testify to this very particular statement that I'm going to make. When I came to Sweden many years back, I met a lot of Edo youth. Some of them are age mates. Some of them I'm older than. Some are older than me. Who have been there maybe 5, some of them 10 years before I came in. When I came in, I met them not being purposeful. They weren't planning for the future. Because of that unityness that I have in me, I came in because you guys know I was a very young guy who is very entrepreneurial. Who is very entrepreneurial and who has so much business ideas. I remember when there is a man who I took like a big brother. He has so much money. He wasn't actually planning. So when I came in, I remember I told him, I said, bro, so, buying a property in Europe was one of the best in those days. Because then you don't get first-hand contract from the house owners. So you need to hire people that owns houses. And if somebody buys, it's more easier, much cheaper for you to buy without the government actually give you any headache in Sweden. I encourage many of them to go into business, many of them to buy properties. Which I also remember, even one of them who bought property, I was not living in the house that he bought, paying rent to him, which actually increases his finances. I wasn't jealous of him because him being progressive was a joy to me. Just like he's being progressive, I am progressing also. That is the mentality that I built up. Maybe that's why God has actually lifted me to this point that I am today. Not only that, when I have actually climbed also to where I am right now, I have helped countless of people to actually stand. I've helped many people to have homes in Nigeria. I don't give them money, guys. I show them ideas. I give them directions. The road that I went through that was workable for me, I showed them the same path. Many of them today can attest to what I'm saying now, that they are no more where they were before they came across me. Many of these guys are richer than me, far, far richer than me today. So the people that actually mentored while we came to Europe. So they had a better opportunity than I did. And they skyrocket. Just truly, guys, between God and man, I've never been envious of them. Rather, I've been so happy and proud of what they have done because of their donors in me. I always tell them, Aro Pana Fevevo, who say, in Benin parable means if you only have one rich man in a community or in a family, the community or the family is still very poor. The strength of a community is not determined by the wealth of one man, but the strength of a community is determined by the collective wealth of many people. So therefore, my dear brothers and sisters, the only way we can be able to change the narrative that is on ground is when we begin to hold one hand together. Edo we ni magasi iri okpa. Agasi di okpa aiwe gbemi ho. Sometimes I sit and I ask myself questions. If an adult youth today decide to come out, either from the ASAN, from the AFEMA, from the Edo South, to contest for governorship come 2024, with the way and manner the Edo youth are being divided, I can promise you that youth will not get up to 20 votes in all the 18 local government and 192 wards that make up the state. Until we do away with our bitterness, enviness, maliciousness, backbiting, bringing down syndrome, pride, we will not be able to ascertain or attain, sorry guys, our divine height that God has already bestowed upon us. Unity is the panacea to the youth taking over leadership in Edo State. Until we realize that there is strength, there is power in unity, we will continually, perpetually remain as a secular fido in a society that we actually control based on our population, which is about 60 to 70% of the adult population. I do not know what is bringing the misunderstanding among our youth. I'm pleading with you guys, it is time we all unanimously end all form of media war. Rather, let's use that energy, that strength to fight for a government that will work for our future and for our generation. Many of us are just stepping into our 40s. We still have a minimum of 30 years to go. What is the fate of your generation, our generation, when we are now old, not being able to do nothing? What is the fate of our children and our children's children who would have said, our father messed up in their time? They had the opportunity, but they never make good use of it because of enviness, unnecessary war, unnecessary rancor, among themselves that has actually affected the youth development, the youth empowerment. Also, that has really affected taking the youth into the right political space. Unity is the watchword to every developed state. When the citizenry, particularly those who are the highest voting power, decided to team together, then the people in the corridor of power will have no other choice than to start working based on the dictates of these people. But the moment those of us who are in the corridor, who ought to be the mouthpiece of the Talakawas, the mouthpiece of the Datrodins, the voice of the voiceless, the hope of the hopeless, one who the people put so much trust on to be the beacon of the future. We are not doing or deciding to become a menace, a social media menace, creating a very awkward belief or attitude this will definitely affect the trust and confidence that the people will have on us. The older generation will say, I told you, these guys aren't ready to be saddled with the responsibility of leadership because they have not grown enough mentally to know how to handle issues that is pertaining to leadership. Anytime you cry for power, they're going to tell you you are too young to rule. Not because you are too young by age, because Chief Anthony Enaro, the other lawful Romi, raised a motion for Nigerian independence at the age of 26. Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe became the premier of the Western region at the age of 34. General Yakubu Gowon became the head of state at the age of 32 as a bachelor. Chief Obafemi Awolowo, Abat Macaulay, and all other nationalists were in their early 30s and their late 20s when they fought for the emancipation and the independence of our nation called Nigeria. Nobody called it they were too young because you're being too young in the eyes of the political gladiators today. It's not your age, it's your mental capacity. They've understood, they've seen that your mental capacity is not coherent enough to lead a complicit state or nation like Nigeria. Thank God for PDP new national youth chairman, new leader, Muhammad, who is a 25 years old boy. Many 25 years old in the South are still living in their mother's home. Many 25 years old in the South are still sleeping in their father's couch. Many 25 years old in the South are still eating from their mother's pot. Many 25 years old in the South still steal meat from their mother's soup. But the 25 years old in the North is already been prepared to take up political leadership in the nearest future. What I am pleading for today, guys, is for us to drop all our grievances. It's for us to drop all our walls. Let's embrace peace. As the youth, let's join hands together. Let's build a door that you and I will be proud of. Let's build a door that you will say, yes, in my time, I raised the emotion. Today, the lives of Chief and today narrow. Dr. Unandi Azikiwe, Chief of Bafemi Awolowo, and many others are being referred in the book of history for the role they played for the redemption of this nation. Why not also put yourself in the book of time as one of the youths in Edo who fought vigorously to see the unity of the youth in order to emancipate, to break the chains of shackles of political dungeon that the Edo youth have been kept for too long. Go to the street of Benin today. Our youth have turned themselves into secret corps, fighting each other. Go to parks. Our youth have been turned to garage boys and barrels. Today, I was driving from UBTH area. I met a friend who we went to school together. It was among those that cut tickets. This guy has a master's in economics, guys. And the only job he could get is a ticketing job. He was a brilliant guy while we were back in school those days. That is where they've kept us. Then they make us political talks. They make us their bodyguard. They make us their errand boys. They make us their higher assassins. They make us their kidnappers. They only give us those jobs they know. It's not right. Do you know what they teach us, guys? They always teach us that you guys are not qualified to rule, but you guys are good, are being used to do the dirty jobs. Do you guys know my pain? My pain is without us, these men in the corridor of power can never have power. Who snatched the ballot buses? The youth. Who are actually the aging room of every campaign? The youth. Who is into the IT section doing campaigns? The youth. Who drives their cars? The youth. Who protect them? The youth. Who kill themselves? The youth. What does they do? What do they do? What does any of them do? Nothing. After the election, who gets the best jobs? The older generation or their children. After the election, are you allowed to go to government house again? No. After the election, do they remember you again for the role you played in snatching ballot balls? No. When you are being caught during the process, have they ever come out to help you out? No. After the election, do they pick your call again? No. Why do you think they do that? Because they feel you are only good for the bad jobs. Why? Because they saw that there is a break, there is a crack in the youth. If we are united with one purpose, with one goal, taking away enviness, taking away pride, taking away self-centeredness, selfishness, allowing the truth to prevail in us, guys, you will see that these guys will begin to treat you and I better. But if we continue in the way we do today, you see from abroad, this one is fighting this one. In Nigeria, this one is everywhere. The youth are tearing themselves apart. And I bleed inside of me. As you know, sitting here, so I don't like anything trouble. Where there is trouble, you can never see humanity living there. I fight to see my people progress. It takes joy in me to see the Edo people displaying massive wealth. I take delight in seeing my people succeed. It is my earnest joy to see that an Edo person is being claimed to be the richest, the youth, just like Obi Kubana. But when are we going to actually have that mindset? It doesn't matter who I am. It doesn't matter what I am. But the success of my brother is paramount to me. That is the beginning of building unity. Lastly, guys, you know we all have different characters. I'm different from you. You are different from me. I have my own weak points. You have yours. Understanding one another is the panacea to more robust unity. If you don't understand me, you're going to see fault in everything I do because we don't think in the same direction. But if you are able to understand who I am, you are going to see not every one of those things you see that I was doing that was wrong is actually wrong. Let's come up with something wonderful. Let's build in Nigeria and a do on trust, equity, fairness, and justice. Let's ask questions before we react. If anyone comes with any news to you, do a finding out. Don't speak based on what you feel. Don't destroy anyone. Be always optimistic. We need every Edo youth come 2024 and 2023 to reshaping the old leadership structure that we created since 1999. We want an Edo that is workable, an Edo that is productive, an Edo that is very, very strong and reliable. Let's join us together. Let's peace reign. Let unity be seen among us. Let the joy of the Lord be our strength. God bless you guys. Thank you very much for tonight. And I pray we'll start thinking along this line. Let's unite together. Like Bob Marley says, say one love. Say let's come together and feel all right. In unity, even the devil will be afraid. In unity, even God was afraid. Genesis chapter 11, verse 6. It is there. In unity, the political gladiators in this state will be shaken to their bone marrow. Let's build an Edo that all of us will be proud of. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you all for your time. Please try to share this video. God bless you. See you tomorrow again. Have a nice day. And bye for now.